And welcome again to another fantastic episode of Constructing New Walden City. I'm your host, Dr. Wasabi, and look what we have here. Yes, the terraforming continues, ladies and gentlemen. Now, look at this. Look at it, honestly. The wonders of World Edit. Honestly, it took... at first, I used TNT to explode it all, and I thought, you know what? There's a smarter way to this. And there was. So I got out my structure block, made a 64 by 64 space called air, and I basically cleaned this entire place out and just kind of built, using the world edit, I built a little train around where you can see where the line kind of cuts through, but we'll kind of blend that in later, where the river is going to go. So we've enlarged this entire space as I said I was going to do. Same as this one, although we aren't going to have the big cliff on this side. So the focus of this episode is going to be terraforming. Now, what are we going to be terraforming? That is an excellent question, random stranger. Today we're going to be terraforming this little river that goes straight into the harbour where the city district sits. So essentially what we're going to do, we're going to widen this overarching river over here, we're going to use TNT and maybe end crystals, but of course we'll just have to find out. So let's get on with it, shall we? Let's get our TNT out. Let's see, where is it today? Got a block of redstone and our TNT. Now the best way to use your TNT for, well, at least I would say demolition, is you make a full block like that, like a little cross, but instead you do this. You place one TNT bottom under the redstone block of which you're going to place, and bam. Now you may want to step back. Imagine, like, this will kill you in survival. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, you'll get turned to pixels. Lovely stuff. Okay, so again, nice and simple. We're just gonna. Oh no! Okay, that was unexpected. So you see, this is the thing with TNT. You can often look at these trees, getting in my business, mocking me. How dare you, trees? Anyway, right, let's clean out these trees, nice and good, like so. There we go. Honestly, when it comes to trees, like, my best method in creative, not in survival, I have about two very different methods for each game mode, is that I just kind of do it layer by layer down to the stump, and either I leave the stump to signify where the tree is, or I just get rid of it and kind of pave over it, because usually what happens is I have to put in some pavement and there's a tree in the way. Maybe it's not a custom tree, but it's just a regular tree that I don't want. So I cut it down to the stump. There we go. So again, let's try this again, like so. Now I have tested this use against. I've kind of done I would say a comparison of both subjects, essentially. And what I found is this is at most times the best way to terraform, or kind of what was that? Excavate. That's the word. Excavate various parts. T-slurp incoming. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's good. I do apologise if that was a ruffle in the mic. I was well, my thumb kind of went over it as I was bringing my tea in. There we go. Wham. Okay, let's get rid of this tree. There we go. Just cleaving it off. Like so. Okay. So I think we've basically got the kind of introductions out of the way. So I'm going to go into a time lapse and finish blowing up this side of the river. So again, I'll see you after the time lapse. we are back. Wow, look at how much we've blown up, folks. Honestly, so much TNT has been used. Honestly, I think if this was survival, like stacks upon stacks of gunpowder just gone. But we did a good job so far. This is kind of the first part. So obviously we've what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, excavated. That's the word. I was thinking of something with a D. What? No, right. Ignore me, folks. Apart from this part, so we have excavated, destroyed. That was it. Yes, we have destroyed the outer edges of the river and extended them by a good few blocks. I've kind of put in a grass rim to kind of set out the border. I haven't gone this far because, as you would see, there's a bunch of trees, and I didn't notice this, but apparently there's a ravine. So we're going to turn that off camera. But essentially, a good chunk of the river has been done so far, so let us head over to the mysterious world block machine, which you may be wondering, Wasabi, where have you put this fantastic machine of yours? And my response would be, it's not my machine. I would like you to go to Tom H Magic. He's a great redstone enthusiast who has done all of the redstone machines that I've used. I'll give a link to his channel in the description below, but let's just see out this night vision potion because it is pretty hidden. So that's all azalea tree that I've made, just a kind of marker. So you pop down here, all of the iron blocks, and there we have it. So this is my kind of test room. I suppose you should say it's deep underground, so no pesky mobs or anything like that getting in. So we have made it grass so far, but what we're going to do is we're going to make it a nice sand. And we're kind of going to fill in the kind of beach area of the of said, river. A lot of people won't like the sand. They'll think, oh no, it's not realistic enough. And I'll say to them, phooey, because there's nothing better than a nice glass beach. Glass beach? Yes, I was I was very glad to say it's like very naughty there. Right, so we got that sand barricade over there. Good. Barricade? Why did I say barricade? Sand chunk block. Come on, door. There we go. Right, fly up here again. And let's make sure... Oh, well, it's actually evening. We may need to sleep in a second. But anyway, let's get on to the second part of the video, which is filling in the kind of hole we've dug ourselves. Quite literally, in fact. With some nice sand, like so. So we just run this across like so. Now you just gotta be very careful with these edges, like so. Pull it along ever so gently as we push it along here. Now it is pertinent, that's such a fancy word. It is important, apologies, that you do kind of look after where you're going, because what can happen is you can hit a corner and have the thing go off track by a smidge. So make sure don't do that. Well, not to do that. So you just see here, I'm just breaking through the blocks, clearing a path through. What we can do is, let's get this in here. Can I connect up? Can I? Oh. Yes, get in there. Like so. Okay, that is the first part. Now let's do the second layer. So it's all about layering with this. Now, of course, we will get some stone, stone obstacles to get rid of, but what I like to do is keep some of them, because oftentimes you'll find in, say, a river or a lake, like you'll have loads of like just random boulders and stones that have just kind of collected there over the centuries, just sitting there doing nothing, and it kind of adds that realism, which I want to keep some form of, obviously first episode we did say bigger detail, bigger scale, and this is all part of that plan. Bigger rivers, bigger builds, bigger stones, so to speak, like so. So nice and gently over there, like faint brushes, people. Remember Bob Ross. No, we don't have trees, we have that. We don't have mistakes, we have happy little accidents. There we go. Let's carry this along like that. Now the water may obscure your view, but don't let that dishearten you. Just brush it along ever so gently. And you see what I mean there with the rocks and the boulders? It'll create a wonderful little effect here. So let's run it ever so gently across, like so. And we'll just keep doing that until we reach that, because it can make it can do all the difference, folks. Honestly, believe me. So one more line through. Oh, let's break through the stone. Naughty stone. And again, this world is addicted to letting me fail, and I'm not gonna let that happen. So, actually, yeah, let's fill in this bottom bit over here, like so. And that is... So we stop. Like so. That is... Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously there'll be a bit of a texture change between the sandbanks of the river and the kind of dirt of the greater ocean that's going to come over here. But I think it's a good start. What we're going to do now is kind of a part 3 or 2.5. Is we're going to... Yeah, we're going to build this up. So we kind of have to get rid of well, all kind of semblance that we have been doing excavation here. So actually, no, I'm not going to take the time to fly over. Right, I'll be back after the short intermission after I've changed the sand block type to the grass block type. Okay, we are back. Well, that was a quick interchange, and I made sure to go to sleep because I noticed just after I just ended the recording that holy moly, it's night time. Right, so again with the grass, same as the sand, but I think we're going to do a bit of a more steep incline with this. So let's see what happens. So ever so gentle. Got to make sure it doesn't overlap with the layer you're originally doing. You don't want that. That's a bad move. Like so. Easy does it. Honestly, this feels like I never know if you've ever seen these videos of like truck drivers like reverse parallel parking. I feel like that. Just ever so gently. Break away this. Break away this. Come on, come on, come on. It's like go along the grain. Along the grain. So. Oh, there we go. Come on. Move. Honestly, I'm doing more excavating now. Look at this. So much junk in the way. Honestly. There we go. There we go. All nice and good. So that's, you see the blend in there? Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Now all we need to do is kind of add a few blocks over here. Now we don't need to do much world edit for this. It's easier when it gets into the finicky bits of world editing. It's easier just to go in hands and feet with the blocks and kind of make a nice texture along the side, because it just makes all the difference when it comes to terraforming and just getting that lovely luscious texture that we all know. This build is a great relief when it's finally done. So stuff like this, obviously the trees that we've blown up will be removed, and other things. This will, I do apologise if you hear my fingers tapping at tremendous speed. A lot of this is how can I put this? A lot of this is spam work. You just gotta spam your controller. But hopefully the music should mute that out somewhat. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the whole grass bit. Now we will do some on this side, of course, like so. so. Now, doesn't that look lovely? Right. I'm going to fill in all this water. I'm going to put down a few finishing touches. And, well, I think we're going to do a before and after. So, I will see you very shortly. And we are back. Okay, let's see what we have done to this riverside over here. Let's see over here. Oh, there's a car driving past my window. Oh, I do apologize, folks. So again, we've used the I would say the same kind of pattern of the leaves that we've done over there. I think it's a really good way to fill in stuff. Obviously, we can come back when we want to spruce some stuff up, but it's a pretty good thing either way. So obviously we still have a few flowers. Now I'm stuck on this because what if we can put some lily pads like this, a little jumping puzzle, go to the other side. Like, obviously it might not make much sense, like realistically, but it's just a little fun thing for people to do. I think, you know, exploring the world. You think, oh wow, there's a lily pad course for me, like that. Look at that. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. A bit of fun. That's what we need. A bit of fun. Alright, so let's just create a small little dock port, like so. Maybe this was kind of abandoned. I think we'll do a lot of like abandoned stuff, because what you usually see out in country is you'll get like abandoned shacks or little fishing spots that have been like completely abandoned and it's like left to time, and you just see that in the what do you call it, the kind of environment around it. So we'll put in some leaves and other good stuff. So leaves like so. And like so, and we'll put a few vines out on the side here, like so. And maybe we put in a stone. Yeah, look at that. I love how this blends into the river. Like, it's very clear that it's kind of overgrown, under disrepair, all that good stuff. But still kind of a functional thing if you clean it up and use it as a kind of a little fishing spot. I'm gonna see it. The 4-block jump. Yeah, I did it. Kinda. Of course, we have done this side as well. I think off camera I'm going to work a lot more on the river. I need to get rid of all of these trees and certainly cover up this ravine. Perhaps this will become a build, like an underground area sometime later in the map's history. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, we're going to expand this river all the way to the joining point over here. And we'll kind of expand all the rivers as well. We won't do it too big, because what will happen is you'll expand the rivers too large and then you'll have hardly enough land to put your buildings on. So we won't be making it too big, but just enough so it kind of it's actually possible for boats to, you know, come through and pick up, you know, the merchant goods or do some fishing. So that has been episode 10. I'm very confident that is episode 10. For some reason I keep forgetting which episode it is. Don't worry about me on that, folks, but it has been episode 10 of constructing New Walden City. I'm so glad you came along to watch this episode. Honestly, it's been a complete blast this entire way through. We are on our 10th episode, which means our next episode is going to be a world tour of the progress we've lisp much of the progress we've made so far in the world. I'll be touring around what's new, what's upcoming for plans, and obviously it'll be a big world tour. It won't be that big because we've only done so much, but I think it's going to be a fun episode. So stay tuned to that on next well, the next episode on next Monday. I'm Dr. Wasabi. If you like what I do, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It is greatly appreciated because it bumps me up in the fabled algorithm, and of course it spreads my content to you amazing folks. I do uploads every Mondays and Fridays and live streams when I am able on Wednesdays and Sundays. I've been your host, Dr. Wasabi, and just before the sun sets, I just want to say good night, and of course, as always, God bless.
Today time is 57 degrees. Tonight, more cloud cover with a low exposure.